Okay, so, full disclosure. I have thalassophobia. Like bad thalassophobia. The kind where I can't even look at pictures of the ocean without feeling that weird pit in my stomach, you know? That primal something is watching from below, feeling that just, ugh. But here's the thing. I'm also an idiot who makes bad decisions, so naturally, I decided to play a game that is literally my worst nightmare. It's this underwater survival game where you dive deeper and deeper into the ocean, collecting resources, and here's the fun part. Every time you die, you respawn at a deeper depth, which means the creatures get bigger, the water gets darker, and my therapist's bills get higher. It can't be that bad, I told myself. It's just a game. You're being dramatic. Narrator voice. It was, in fact, that bad. So I start my first dive. The water's pretty shallow, maybe 30 feet. It's actually kind of peaceful. The sun's filtering through the waves, there are some cute little fish swimming around, and I'm thinking, see? This is fine. I'm fine. Thalassophobia is stupid, and I'm gonna conquer it today. I'm collecting kelp, grabbing some resources, feeling like an absolute champion of mental health recovery when I look down, and that's when I see it. Not IT it. Not yet. But a shadow, just for a second. Something big moving in the darker water below me. My heart rate goes from 0 to call 911 immediately. Probably just a whale, I say out loud to nobody, because I talk to myself when I'm scared, which is always. Whales are friends. Whales are nice. The shadow moves again. It's not moving like a whale. Okay, time to go up. Yep, going up now. This has been great, very therapeutic, but I think I've conquered enough fear for today. Something bumps my leg. I don't even see what it is. I just feel it. Something big and fast and definitely not kelp just brushed against me in the murky water below. I'm swimming up so fast I'm basically walking on water. My oxygen is fine, but I'm breathing like I just ran a marathon. I hit the surface, climb onto my little starting platform, and just sit there for a solid minute, staring at the water. Okay, I say, hands shaking slightly on my controller. Okay, that was nothing. Just a big fish. Totally normal. Oceans full of fish. That's what oceans do. I'm already lying to myself and we're 3 minutes in. But here's where the game's mechanic really starts to mess with me. I need to go deeper to progress. That's the whole point. And every time I die, which, let's be honest, is gonna happen because I'm bad at games and scared, I respawn deeper. So, the trick, I explain to my future self who will regret this, is to not die. Just don't die, and you'll stay at comfortable depths forever. Easy. I dive again. This time I'm more careful, more aware. Every time I see movement in my peripheral vision, I whip around like I'm in a horror movie. Which, to be fair, I basically am. I'm doing okay. I'm like 50 feet down now, grabbing resources, keeping my head on a swivel, and I haven't seen anything too scary. Some bigger fish, sure, but nothing that makes me want to uninstall life. Then I see the caves. They're these dark openings in the reef wall, and the game wants me to go in them. There are resources in there, glowing things I need. But these caves are dark, like your light only reaches 15 feet dark. Nope, I say confidently. Not today, Satan. I'll find resources somewhere else. Somewhere with, light and visibility and no caves. But I do need those resources. And I'm here to face my fears, right? That's the whole point of this terrible decision? Okay. I'm going in. Just a little bit. Just the entrance. In and out. Quick 20-minute adventure. I swim into the cave entrance. Immediately, my light seems to shrink. The walls are closer than they looked from outside. There's something about being inside the rock, with water on all sides and stone everywhere else, that makes my chest tight. I grab what I need and turn to leave. That's when my light catches something in the deeper part of the cave. Two things, actually. Two glowing things, Definitely eyes. Definitely looking at me. Nope, 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 nope. I don't make it. Respawn. 200 feet depth. When I come back, I just sit there for a second, floating in water that's significantly darker than before. Why do I do this to myself? I say out loud. What is wrong with me? I could be playing a nice farming game. I could be playing anything else. But I'm already moving, already gathering resources, because I'm in too deep now, literally and metaphorically, to quit. 200 feet is where the water starts to feel heavy. The game does this thing where the deeper you go, the slower you move. It's subtle, but I can feel it. I'm more sluggish, more vulnerable, and the things here are worse. I see more eels, bigger ones. A school of them passes by, and watching them move together in the dark water with their lights pulsing is like watching a constellation of nightmares. Then I see something that makes me freeze completely. Far below me, barely visible, is a shape so big that at first I think it's the seafloor. But it moves. It's not the seafloor. The seafloor doesn't have fins. What the hell is that? I'm trying to get a better look without getting closer. Impossible. And I realize it's some kind of whale-sized creature. But wrong. All wrong. Its proportions are off. Too many fins. Mouth in the wrong place. And its eyes, it has eyes on its back, which means it can see things above it, which means it can see me. Okay, don't move. They say some animals can't see you if you don't move, right? That's a thing? Please be a thing. The eye swivels, focuses directly on me. Not a thing, not a thing. I'm swimming away as fast as I can, which at 200 feet is not fast enough. This thing starts to rise from the depths, and I'm realizing it's not even swimming toward me. I'm so insignificant that I'm just in its path as it surfaces. I'm going to be collateral damage. I dodge right, squeezing between some rock formations, and the creature passes by me so close that I can see the texture of its skin. It's covered in scars and growths, and there are smaller creatures living on it. This thing is so big and so old that it has its own ecosystem. It passes. I'm alive. Barely. My oxygen is at 40%. I need to find an air pocket or get to the surface soon. That's when I see the structure. There's some kind of underwater building ahead. Ancient looking, covered in coral and darkness. And it has an opening. Maybe there's air inside. Maybe there's safety. This is a terrible idea, I tell myself while swimming directly toward it. This is such a terrible idea, I repeat while entering the structure. I deserve whatever happens, I conclude, while going deeper inside. The structure is dark. I mean dark. My light barely penetrates. But there is an air pocket at the top. I surface inside it, and for a moment, I can breathe. The game lets me take my helmet off. The air is stale but breathable. Okay, take a minute. Calm down, you're fine. Everything is completely under control and definitely not spiraling. That's when I hear it. A sound. Deep, rhythmic. Like breathing? Please be environmental ambience. Please just be spooky game sounds. Please don't be... Something moves in the water below me, inside this structure. The air pocket suddenly feels like a trap. I'm not safe here. I was never safe here. I dive back under and see it. Another tunnel leading deeper. The breathing sound is coming from down there, and my objective marker is pointing into that tunnel. The game wants me to go in there? The game wants me to swim toward the breathing horror sound? I am going to sue the developers, but I also can't progress without going deeper. I hate this. I hate everything about this. Future me, if you're watching this later, please know that Present Me thinks Present Me is an idiot. I enter the tunnel. It slopes down. The breathing gets louder. The tunnel opens into a cavern. And that's when I realize I'm at 400 feet now. There is no surface light here. Zero. The only light is my flashlight and the bioluminescence from things that live down here, things that evolved in the dark. The breathing sound echoes through the cavern. It's close. My light swings across the space and catches something moving, then more movement, then more. The walls are covered in creatures, eels, crabs the size of cars, things I don't have names for, and they're all just existing down here, in the dark, where they belong, where I do not belong. Okay, just grab the objective item and get out. Don't touch anything, don't look at anything, just go. I'm swimming carefully through the cavern when my light catches something that makes me stop breathing. There's a skeleton, a human skeleton, still in a diving suit, just sitting there in the silt. Someone else was down here, someone else didn't make it. This is fine. This is a video game. That's just flavor. It doesn't mean anything. The breathing sound happens again, and this time I realize it's not one breath. It's multiple breaths, overlapping. There's more than one down here. My light swings wildly and catches them. 3 creatures. Massive, humanoid but wrong, too long, too thin, arms that drag on the ground, heads that are eyeless but aware, and their mouths opening and closing with those breathing sounds. They're in some kind of hibernation state, just breathing, waiting, and I need to swim right past them to get the objective. There's no way, there's absolutely no way this is happening to me right now. I start swimming, slow, so slow. Every movement feels too loud. My own breathing sounds like thunder in my ears. I'm halfway past the first one. It moves, just a twitch. Its arm shifts. I freeze. It settles again. I keep going, 20 feet from the objective. The second one's mouth opens wider. Its breathing changes rhythm. Please be sleeping. Please stay sleeping. I'll never eat seafood again, I promise. I grab the objective. All 3 creatures' heads turn toward me. Oh, you've got to be... They move fast. Not swimming. Not really. They push off the cave walls and launch through the water like missiles. I don't even think. Pure panic. I'm swimming back toward the tunnel and they're right behind me. One grabs my leg. My health drops by half instantly. I'm kicking, screaming, spinning. Its grip releases. I'm in the tunnel. They're too big to follow easily. They're trying, reaching those long arms after me, but the tunnel is too narrow. I'm swimming up, 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 up. My oxygen is at 15%. I'm at 350 feet. The surface is impossibly far. The tunnel behind me is filled with the sounds of them trying to force their way through. Something cracks. The rock. They're breaking through. Oxygen, 8%. I see light above. Actual surface light. I'm going to make it. Something grabs me from below. Not them. Something else. Something that was in the tunnel with me that I didn't see. It pulls me back down. My oxygen hits 0. Respawn, 500 feet depth. I don't even move when I respawn. I just float there, in water so dark my light barely makes a dent, and have a moment of profound regret about every life choice that led me here. I'm at 500 feet, I say quietly. I'm 500 feet underwater in a horror game because I died running from eyeless mouth breathers in a cave. This is my life now. The water at this depth doesn't even look like water anymore. It looks like void, like space. Like if you turned off your light, you would just cease to exist. And the things here, I see something pass by in the distance. It's so big that I only see a part of it. A fin, maybe? A tail? I don't know. I don't want to know. I'm moving carefully now, trying to find a way up that doesn't involve going through those tunnels again. That's when I realize there is no other way up. The game is telling me, you die here, you go deeper. Okay. So, the only way out is through. I have to go back into the caves. I have to go back past them. Why? Why? Why do I do this to myself? I'm swimming back toward the structure when I see it. The biggest creature yet. It's not even fully visible. It's just there, in the distance. A shape so massive that it has its own gravity. Water moves differently around it. And it's swimming up, toward me. I don't even try to fight it. I just swim sideways, into a narrow crevice in the rock wall and pray it doesn't notice me. It passes by. The water displacement pushes me back into the wall. I hit my head. My vision blurs. But it passes. It wasn't even hunting me. I was just in the way. Again. I wait until I can't see its lights anymore. Then I make my move. I swim back to those caves. Back past those creatures. They're awake now, but I'm faster this time. I've learned their patterns. I get through. I'm ascending. 400 feet, 350, 300. I'm going to make it. Something follows me. I don't look back. Don't need to. I can feel it. 200 feet, 100 feet. I can see the surface. 50 feet. I breach the surface and scramble onto my platform and immediately quit to menu. I sit there on my couch, controller down, heart actually racing. My thalassophobia, I say to my empty room, is so much worse now. Like before this, I was scared of the ocean in an abstract way. Oh no, deep water, spooky. Now? Now I have specific nightmares. Now I know exactly what I'm afraid of. Eyeless mouth breathers, eels the size of buses, things with eyes on their backs, creatures so big they don't even notice you. Never again, I say firmly. I'm lying. I'm totally going to play more tomorrow, because apparently I'm not just scared of the ocean, I'm addicted to being scared of the ocean. My therapist is going to have a field day with this. But here's the thing about thalassophobia. It's not really about the ocean. It's about the unknown. It's about that primal fear of what you can't see, of being small and vulnerable in a place that doesn't care about you. And this game gets it. It understands that fear on a molecular level and then weaponizes it against you. So yeah, my thalassophobia is worse, but also, I feel kind of alive? Like I survived that. Not real me, but game me. And game me is braver than real me will ever be. Real me won't even swim in lakes. Anyway, I conclude, opening the game back up because I'm an idiot, time to see what's at 600 feet. I am going to need so much therapy.